Hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
A farmer needs to be a jack of all trades. I think the word farmer can mean a lot of things like mechanic, veterinarian, horseman, accountant, and who knows how many other words we could use.
One other thing I want to add to your list is physically fit. A lot of the farm work we do is really physically demanding, and some of our chores are pretty tough workouts.
Here's a montage of just a few of the farm workouts we do.
Show us your best farm workouts by taking a video and sharing it on your social media. Get your whole chapter involved. Make sure to use hashtag UTFFA2021 so that we can see your videos. Later today, we will announce the 3 chapters that will be getting some retro FFA t-shirts. Now let's get ready for the 5th and final session of the 93rd Annual Utah FFA State Convention.
Woo!
I look up to my grandpa because he's an amazing farmer and a great example to me.
I believe in the future of agriculture because agriculture is what runs our country. Without it, the whole country would fail.
I joined FFA just because I wanted to be involved with something in my high school and I wanted to meet new people. I ended up staying because I found I really enjoyed the environment and I was passionate about agriculture.
The Utah FFA is part of the largest student leadership organization in the country. Our goal as an association is to provide our members opportunities to develop their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education.
There are many ways that you can support these opportunities, but what better way to show your support than to drive across our beautiful state with an FFA license plate?
Funds from the license plate program go directly back to the Utah FFA Foundation to support scholarships, chapter grants, leadership activities, and more.
Here's how you can get an FFA license plate. Utah FFA website. You'll find a tab labeled Foundation. Here, you can find the license plate program. For $45, you can become the proud owner of a Utah FFA license plate. $25 of this initial fee goes back directly to support the foundation and will be a reoccurring donation year to year as you register your vehicle. You can apply now by downloading and completing the application here and pay the online fee here, or you can write a check to the Utah FFA Foundation and mail it with the application to Utah FFA Foundation, 2300 Old Main Hill in Logan, Utah.
We thank those who have already purchased the license plate and thank you for doing so. Your support in our program shows that you are invested in the future of agriculture.
All we know is what we're told to think and who we are told to be. But the American dream is different for everyone. Students come to us from all walks of life with a passion for the trades, the backbone of America. So we established a brand that makes the American dream yours. Know your brand, forge your path. Take hold of your future with Wyotech.
Hey, long time no see. Have you checked out the FFA Blue Room or the virtual expo and silent auction? If not, go to utahffa.org for more details or contact your advisor. Catch you later.
Would like to thank our session sponsor, Gosner's Food Incorporated. Thank you for your support to Utah FFA.
In 1930, Edwin Gosner immigrated to the U.S. from Switzerland, bringing the old artisan cheesemaker ways along with him. We have continued to look after those old world ways of making the finest Swiss cheese and dairy products in the world. Now in its 5th generation, Gosner Foods takes pride in providing new opportunities, smiles, and memories to families just like yours. Gosner Foods. Nature provided, we perfected.
Utah FFA. Are you ready for your 93rd FFA convention? Let's celebrate virtually. It's time to introduce your 2020-2021 Utah FFA officer team. Your sentinel from Hurricane, Tyrell Jacobson. Your reporter from Canyon View, Whitney Larson. Your treasurer from Duchesne, JT Potter. Your secretary from Maple Mountain, Brianna Harding. Your vice president from American Fork, Mattia Townsend. And your president from Westlake, Landon Parnell.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the fifth and final general session of the 93rd Annual Utah FFA State Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico, and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed at the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, All officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce there are 59 chapters registered, Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this fifth and final general session of the 93rd Annual Utah FFA State Convention duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented.
These two young ladies out of Utah County are some authentic, outdoor-dwelling, horse-riding, dog-loving gals.
While one wears an inflatable cow suit, the other swings a rope.
One's a barrel-racing angel, and one's a fun-loving prankster.
Put the two together, and you've got the makings of an unstoppable duo.
Make some noise for your Session 5 chairs, Bree Harding and Mattia Townsend.
Wow, we're about to adjourn the 93rd Utah FFA Convention. Think about that, 93 years of history within the Utah FFA Association.
October 4th, 1929 was Utah's first FFA State Convention. Way back then, there were only 8 chapters in the whole state. Today, we have a whopping 92 chapters.
When we reach back, we are able to look at the past to help us acknowledge our growth. Throughout this session, we will be taking a trip into history as we reach back into the past.
We've got some awesome stops planned along this trip. We'll be taking a look at our prepared public speaking and ag education CDEs.
We will also stop to recognize those receiving the State Star Award and listen to our state president, Landon Arnell's retiring address. Then we will be able to reach forward and witness the installation of our 2021-2022 Utah FFA State Officer Team.
Thinking back on it, we've had a lot of unexpected things happen in 2020. Like, did you have any idea Taylor Swift was going to drop her new Evermore album last December?
No way! It totally caught me off guard.
Right, me too. I didn't think she would have another album out that soon, and I definitely wasn't mentally prepared for it.
Well, even though we might not have been prepared for all of T Swift's surprises this year, we have some amazing members who were well prepared for the Prepared Public Speaking event. In this leadership development event, members prepare a 6 to 8 minute agriculture-related speech on a topic of their choice. They then present to a panel of judges who score them based on the speech's content, composition, and delivery. Your area winners in no particular order are Leify Cox from Long Valley, Alexandria Cartwright from Carbon, Kaylee Bristol from Roosevelt, Tate Goebel from North Sevier, Levi Jordan from Grantsville, Mackenzie Thomas from Maple Mountain, Ariana Hayfin from Snow Canyon. The third place winner in the Prepared Public Speaking Leadership Development event is Brinley Rhodes from Bear River. Our second place winner is Brindalyn Harsfoot from Clearfield. And the winner of the 2021 State FFA Prepared Public Speaking Leadership Development event is Bryce Clayton from Orem.
Utah. When I started FFA, I was super scared of talking in public, but I had joined the CCM team and the parliamentary team at my chapter, and I came over my fear, and I've been competing for 3 years now, and I'm doing great. Love you.
In the FFA, I've learned that public speaking is actually not nearly as scary. I am more confident in what I say now because I've learned to do so.
I've learned how to speak in front of audiences, and that can be in great use in the future in job interviews or in certain jobs.
We are so proud of our FFA chapters all across the state. They make history every day by excelling in their ag programs.
We'd like to introduce to you our 5-star chapters.
Chapters receiving the 5-star chapter award are Bear River, Delta, Green Canyon, Lehigh, Manila, Moon Lake, Morgan, North Summit, Skyview, Tooele, Uinta, and Westlake. Congratulations to all of our 5-star chapters.
You already know who it is. He is intuitive, mindful of others, socially active, yet touches each individual he meets. He can crack a whip or even do a little dip. Overall, he's a great, nice guy. Introducing your 2020-2021 Utah FFA President, Landon Arnell.
When it pulls me under, will you make me stronger? Will you be my breath through the deep, deep water? Take me farther, give me one day longer. Will you be my breath through the deep, deep water? Deep water. Deep water.
Something special about being up in the mountains on horseback. My favorite ride is called Grand View in the beautiful Grand Teton National Park. This particular spot is known for its outstanding views. Vibrant wildflowers add color to the lakes where the water is like glass. You can hear the rustling quaky leaves while traveling through the tall pine trees. Then, when exiting the trees, the scenery opens up to beautiful, spacious meadows, and all of this filled with wildlife. One day, we turned into a meadow, and at the end was probably my favorite stop of the entire ride, the lunch spot. As we got to the end of the meadow, I proceeded to find a shady spot to enjoy my gourmet turkey sandwich and chilled Gatorade. Sitting down crisscross applesauce with my back to the tree line, I started eating. A couple bites in, I realized that right next to me, there was fresh scat. There was no mistaking what animal this came from. A big, fluffy, cuddly grizzly bear. I called my dad over to inform him there may be a bear close by. 30 seconds later, things changed at a moment's notice. Out of nowhere, something instantly disrupted the normal peace and quiet of those woods. All my dad and I could hear was a huge mass traveling rapidly through the woods behind us. Trees getting hit, brush being trampled, branches being shattered. Time stopped. You can probably guess what was immediately flooding my mind. I thought to myself, if this truly is a grizzly bear, I just have to outrun my dad. Out of nowhere, breaking across the tree line, the animal finally revealed itself. Sure enough, it was a big, fluffy, cuddly cow elk. What I thought was a grizzly bear running through the woods that day can represent any experience in our lives. These experiences cause emotions anywhere from fear, shock, and discomfort to joy, relief, and empowerment. For example, I was shocked not to see a 500-pound grizzly running straight at me. Yet I was overwhelmed with joy and relief when I saw that cow elk. Just like I was unsure of what was running through the woods that day, life isn't much different. Things are going to be thrown at us left and right. Some things we may be prepared for, others may catch us completely off guard. We need to learn from every experience, good or bad. I wouldn't be the person I am today without the trials and successes throughout my life. Through these trials and successes, we are rarely alone. An amazing example in which FFA members reach out for help and advice is our FFA advisors. My FFA advisors always taught me to push out of my comfort zone. Everything they did and said encouraged me to be the best version of myself. For example, one day my eyes were opened when I was having one of my weekly life talks with one of my advisors. During one of my meaningless, repetitive rants, my advisor stopped me and calmly asked a simple question. He said, "Landon, why do you get up in the morning?" Now, I thought I was going to give him an immediate answer, but that wasn't the case. I said, "I honestly don't have an answer at this moment." He said, "That's okay. Think about it, and when you have your answer, we will continue our talk." Time went on, and I found my answer, so we sat down to continue our discussion. I confidently proceeded to say, "I get up every morning for my animals, and here's why." No matter how good or bad the day was, I knew that I had a happy moment to look forward to each and every day when I saw my animals. My love for raising show pigs led me to raise show pigs for 4-H and FFA kids. Having even a small show pig business is a grueling task. Trust me, I feel like the smallest needle walking into the biggest haystack. What matters is that it's what I love to do. It is not going to be easy. We're all going to face what seems like impossible tasks or goals throughout our lifetime. Finding our North Stars is going to be very personal. It is something that leads us in the direction of our goals and what makes us happy. Even if what we love isn't the norm or what we are used to or grew up with, that's okay. Besides my grandpa and dad having horses when I was younger, I wasn't tied to agriculture. I am proudly a first-generation agriculturalist. It has to start somewhere. Growing up, I played soccer for 13 years competitively. Soccer was my life and my North Star. Soccer taught me discipline, work ethic, teamwork, and to leave everything I had on the field. Other than soccer, animals were the other love of my life. In 9th grade, I had the opportunity to take a biology agriculture science course. In this class, I found out that I could raise a pig. This is where it all started for me. Once I had graduated high school, I'd raised a total of 4 hogs, 4 lambs, a steer, and 18 turkeys. Throughout high school, soccer started fading away as I followed my love for FFA and all of its competitions, experiences, and opportunities. I don't like to say I quit soccer. I like to say I moved on to what I loved, including my North Star. Every single one of us has a North Star in our life. Many of us have several. Our North Stars are something that pushes us in the direction of becoming the best versions of ourselves. If we follow our North Stars, we can achieve greatness. There is not a single challenge put in our paths that we cannot overcome and learn from. No matter who you are, whether a student, a teacher, an advisor, a parent, or a guest, you can apply this to your own life. We can always improve. Find your North Stars. Find your passions. Make goals. Exceed expectations. And no matter what, never give up. Members and guests, Utah FFA, find your North Stars.
Landon, your drive and passion for reaching in continually drives us all to be better. Your excitement and energy is contagious to all those around you. Thank you for constantly pushing us to find our North Stars. Never stop reaching. Love, Ty, Whit, Tia, JT, and Bree. Utah FFA, for the final time, your 2020-2021 State President, Landon Arnell.
Make me stronger, will you be my breath through the deep, deep water? Take me farther, give me one day longer, will you be my breath through the deep, deep water?
One of my hobbies is dirt biking
Why do you love to do it?
because it gives me something to do in my spare time and it's really fun.
One of my hobbies is basketball. I love to play basketball just because, I don't know, it's just something I've always done and something that I really like to do.
Tia, did you watch the NFR this year?
I was practically glued to my couch. Did you see all the winners from Utah? Like Stetson Wright in the all-around and the bull riding, Ryder Wright in the saddle bronc, and Casey Field in the bareback? Even if they didn't win, they'd still be a star to me. Bree, you okay?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was just thinking how we have some amazing FFA members in our state who are making history just like that. Our State Star finalists go above and beyond in their SAE projects. They've kept records of hours dedicated to their agriculture-related projects and service in their community. This shows just how hard these members have been working for years. This is their 8 seconds to shine.
State Star Awards. State Star in Agribusiness. Sponsored by Producers Livestock Marketing Association. Your State Star in Agribusiness finalists are Katie Kennedy from Lone Peak, Justin Woodland from Mount Nebo, Carson McKnight from North Summit, and Cammie Holt from Spanish Fork. And your third runner-up is Cammie Holt from the Spanish Fork FFA chapter. Cammie is the daughter of Cody and Gina Holt. Her advisors are Kaylee Lydiard and Chalisa Warren. Cammie Wash is her older brother, started a business selling straw bales for decoration. She bought the business from her brother and expanded to also sell corn stalks. Her bales have blue and yellow string not only for FFA, but for pancreatic cancer awareness. She takes $1 from each bale or stalk and donates it to the Huntsman Cancer Institute in memory of her uncle. She has learned a lot about business, including marketing, which has inspired her to attend SUU and take agribusiness classes.
And your second runner-up is Jake Woodland from the Mount Nebo FFA chapter. Jake is the son of Dan and Lisa Woodland. His FFA advisors are Melanie Brinkerhoff, Tyler Ellertson, and Jonathan Burton. Jake started leatherwork in a 4-H class when he was 8 and from there he tried to learn and grow his skill set. Since then, he has learned to make a wide variety of items. He takes great pride in his craft and works hard to better his work one project at a time. Jake plans to continue his leather business into college and as a professional career. Hopefully, leather will be a means for him to further his education and a career in psychology. It has given him an outlet to be creative and do something he loves.
Your first runner-up is Carson McKnight from the North Summit FFA chapter. Carson is the son of Craig and Laura Lee McKnight. His advisors are Shote Roth, Katie Silcox, and Tiffany Myers. Carson's interest in turf grass management started out as a partnership with his brother starting M&M Lawn Care. M&M Lawn Care provides services in mowing, edging, weed eating, yard cleanup, fertilization, and aeration. Carson is now the sole owner, responsible for scheduling, equipment maintenance, and customer service falls on him. His biggest challenge to overcome was marketing. His marketing focus is now proof of work and word of mouth. During the busy season, he mows 20-plus lawns weekly. One impact is the relationships he has created with customers. Carson has served as the FFA chapter reporter and is the Agriculture Science Sterling Scholar.
And the winner of the State Star in Agribusiness Award is Katie Kennedy from the Lone Peak FFA chapter. Katie is the daughter of Megan and Mike Kennedy. Her advisors are Sabrina Sage and Mark Jensen. Katie's interest in dog grooming started at a young age as she worked alongside her Aunt Emma, learning the basics. In 2018, Katie started her own dog grooming business. She now has close to 200 clients. Katie's duties include washing, blow drying, clipping nails, brushing teeth, brushing and cutting dogs' hair. She plans to continue grooming and growing her company to have as her lifelong business. State Star in Agri-Science. Sponsored by the Utah Farm Bureau. State Star in Agri-Science finalists are Brooklyn John from the Bear River FFA chapter, Shelby Allison from the Lehigh FFA chapter, and Sarah Wynn from the Mount Nebo FFA chapter. And your second runner-up is Shelby Allison from the Lehigh FFA chapter. Shelby is the daughter of Danny and Susan Patton and Jeff Allison. Her ag teachers are Lisa Clement, Suzanne Spencer, and Colton Marble. Science has been a part of Shelby's life ever since she was born. Her grandfather worked for the BYU Soil Science Lab, and Shelby was able to spend time with him conducting experiments. Once Shelby entered high school, she knew she wanted to conduct her own experiments. Shelby has really come to understand the scientific process and has learned how to accurately record data and communicate her finds to others in a manner which is easy to understand. Once Shelby has graduated from high school, she plans on attending college and going into business.
Your first runner-up is Sarah Wynn from the Mount Nebo FFA chapter. Sarah is the daughter of Ben and Geraldine Wynn and advised by Jonathan Burton, Tyler Ellertson, and Melanie Brinkerhoff. Sarah's agri-science SAE began when she conducted a research project on public knowledge of animal byproducts. This research project placed second in the National Agri-Science Fair. Sarah has continued to conduct research to understand and improve public perception of agriculture. She uses her research results to benefit agriculture and improve her own FFA projects, such as studying consumer preferences between local and non-local products to grow her own small business. Sarah has gained a better understanding of the scientific method and accurate research practices. She plans to attend Utah State University to pursue a degree in agricultural business.
And your state star in agri-science winner is Brooklyn John from the Bear River FFA chapter. Brooklyn is the daughter of Chris and Carrie John. Her advisors are Melissa Ingram, TJ Rhodes, Wes Burrell, and Dave Schaefer. 3 years ago, Brooklyn and her partner sought a solution for panels with mismatched connectors. She noticed that her family and other livestock owners had problems connecting panels, so they would use baling twine and wire, which would often fail. Brooklyn found a thermoplastic material that would last in diverse weather conditions and molded it to fit a variety of panels. After testing the product, she has recently expanded upon the product to handle the stress of larger livestock. In the future, she wants to market the connectors to livestock owners and continue to improve the product. State Star Farmer. Sponsored by Intermountain Farmers Association. State Star Farmer finalists are Bill Henry from the Manila FFA chapter, Josie Wright from the Mount Nebo FFA chapter, Russell Mangelson from Spanish Fork FFA chapter, and Denham Lister from Uinta FFA chapter. And your third runner-up is Bill Henry from the Manila FFA chapter. Bill Henry is the son of Matt Henry and Corinda Henry. Bill started his entrepreneurial beef business by showing market beef at the Sweetwater County Fair. He has also developed a herd of breeding cattle and continues to expand his operation. He currently owns 21 head of cows and 3 bucking bulls. His goal is to raise club calves and become a rodeo contractor. He is currently utilizing artificial insemination to improve his genetics. He is active in rodeo, FFA, and 4-H. He also helps on the family ranch with irrigating, haying, working cattle, and feeding. As a senior at Manila High School, Bill plans to attend college next fall on a rodeo scholarship and continue to operate his business.
Your second runner-up is Josie Wright from the Mount Nebo FFA chapter. Josie is the daughter of Kevin and Natalie Wright. Her advisors are Jonathan Burton, Tyler Ellertson, and Melanie Brinkerhoff. Josie started showing lambs, hogs, and steers when she was 8. A few years ago, she added goats. It was after that she decided to purchase some Bordeaux's and began breeding her own goats. During this time, Josie has seen her share of success in the show ring and in raising her own goats. She has learned a lot about nutrition and different training techniques that work with different animals. She has learned the importance of genetics and good breeding. One of her goals is to pass on her knowledge of showing to younger generations through clinics and helping others.
And your first runner-up is Denham Lister from the Uinta FFA chapter. Denham, the current president of the Uinta FFA chapter, is the son of Nathan and Teresa Lister. His advisors are David Wilson and Sherry Roethlisberger. Denham first engaged in the swine industry at the age of 8 when he showed his first market hog. Many years later, his project has grown into a full-functioning show and breeding hog operation. Denham has exhibited hogs across the Intermountain West and used artificial insemination to better the market and breeding qualities of his project animals. He has gained much knowledge surrounding livestock evaluation and selection as a result of his project. Denham plans on using all the knowledge and skills learned from his SAE as a future agricultural science educator and show hog producer.
And your winner is Russell Mangelson from the Spanish Fork FFA chapter. Russell is the son of Ben and Camille Mangelson. His advisors are Kaylee Lydiard and Chalisa Warren. Russell saw the need for locally sourced lamb at the grocery store and used this to expand his sheep enterprise by purchasing lambs from local breeders, feeding them, and selling them to Reams Springville Market. In addition, Russell has a small flock of ewes which he uses to raise show lambs. He has been able to market some of these lambs at national sales. He also competitively shows lambs throughout the western U.S. Russell plans to attend SUU and become an animal nutritionist. State Star in Placement. Sponsored by Rocky Mountain Power. Your State Star in Placement finalists are Cody Stevenson from the Delta FFA chapter, Dakota Jones from the North Summit FFA chapter, Wade Coombs from the Spanish Fork FFA chapter, and Bo Farnworth from the Timpanogos FFA chapter. Your third runner-up is Wade Coombs from the Spanish Fork FFA chapter. Wade is the son of Rex and Lisa Coombs. His advisors are Kaylee Lydiard and Chalisa Warren. Wade started working at Hanson's Plants because all of his family had. This led him to gain a love for the nursery industry, which led to more jobs. He also started working for Butterfield Nurseries, who grow more bedding plants. His brother started a landscaping company, and Wade began working in the lawn care department. This past year, he gained more skills and began working on the landscaping crew. Wade has proven his worth at the business, and after graduation will become part owner in Coombs Landscaping. He plans on continuing the business and receiving a degree in agribusiness.
And your second runner-up is Bo Farnworth from the Timpanogos FFA chapter. Bo is the son of Denny and Tricia Farnworth. His advisor is Miss Blackburn. Bo cares for a herd of 45 elk. He started his SAE because he has always been fascinated with elk. To start the project, he drew a design for the ranch. He built the fence, watering system, and shelters for the elk. He is responsible for their daily care, filling out CWD paperwork, administering medications, growing hay, and maintaining machinery. Bo's second SAE includes working at Linden Nursery. Bo enjoys helping the customers find plants that will fit their needs and learning more about the horticulture industry. Bo plans to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Your first runner-up is Cody Stevenson from the Delta FFA chapter. Cody is the son of Brian and Candy Stevenson. His advisors are Chad Warnick and Kirk Willoughby. Cody's SAE began when he moved to Delta and began to work in the family bee and honey business. Cody started with simple tasks such as moving bee boxes and unloading empty frames from the extracting machines. Over the years, as his skills continue to develop, he has been given more responsibilities. He now has tasks such as operating equipment, filling honey orders, and has been put in charge of certain processes. Cody plans to graduate high school, serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and then go to college to become a veterinarian.
And your State Star and Placement winner is Dakota Jones from the North Summit FFA chapter. Dakota is the son of Mike and Marianne Jones. His advisors are Katie Silcox, Shote Roth, and Tiffany Myers. Dakota is a fourth-generation rancher, so a passion for agriculture has been instilled in him since birth. Dakota helps with the cattle and sheep herds, as well as growing and harvesting hay to feed them during the winter months. Dakota worked with the owners to start a pasture management plan in order to use acreage that cannot be farmed. He also has started a crop rotation program to maximize yield. After a year of growing grain, he then rotates to a 3-way alfalfa hay before changing it back to grass hay. Dakota helps to formulate feed rations based on the production levels of the animals and utilize the grass hay, three-way alfalfa hay, grain, and supplements.
Way back in 1917, the Smith and Hughes Act changed agricultural education. This act created funding for agricultural education, and we reap the benefits of it every day when we participate in our outstanding ag programs.
Thank goodness for the Smith and Hughes Act. I can't imagine a life without those that taught my agriculture classes. These talented members competed in the Ag Education CDE, and in the future, hopefully, will add their names to our list of ag teachers. Your participants in no particular order are Michaela Creechbaum from Lone Peak, Jessica Hatterley from Maple Mountain, McKinley Marsh from North Summit, Caleb Curl from Fremont, and Allison Peterson from Maple Mountain. The third place winner in the Agricultural Education Career Development event is Shaylin Kinnison from Royal. Our second place winner is Rachel Wilding from Lone Peak. And the winner of the 2021 State FFA Agricultural Education Career Development event is Tori Park from Wasatch. Congrats to all of our Agricultural Education CDE participants.
The person I most look up to is my advisor, Megan Haslam. She pushes me to do hard things and never gives up on me.
The best advice anyone's ever given me was given to me by my barn grandpa, who said, "Don't get old. It sucks."
All my friends and my cousins talked me into doing FFA because they said it was a lot of fun. And I decided to stay because I've had a lot of fun and I've learned a whole bunch about agriculture and other things.
Looking back on my high school experience, I now realize just how much my advisors had to put up with. I would venture to say that having the ability to teach ag is comparable to having a superpower. Let's take a minute to appreciate just how super all of our agriculture educators are.
I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists in the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years.
Essentially, this would be the stomach acid absorbing into the food. I believe that to live and work on a good farm, or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits, is pleasant as well as challenging. For I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life, and hold an inborn fondness for those associations which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny.
So step one, determine the type of medication you're going to inject with. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil.
So get it perfectly centered. Have we already done that? I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining. In the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help make it so, for others as well as myself. In less need for charity and more of it when needed. In being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task.
We are excited to hear from one of our amazing advisors as they share their experience of teaching agriculture. Give it up for Mrs. Wells.
Hi Utah FFA, my name is Monica Wells and I'm here to talk to you on behalf of Teach Ag and to tell you why I became an ag teacher. I decided I wanted to be an ag teacher when I was a sophomore in high school. I was sitting at state FFA convention and I was listening to the state officers show their appreciation to their advisors. And as I listened to them and heard them talk about how much their advisors had done for them, that they believed in them, that they pushed them to run for state office, they taught them so much, and that they had just really helped them become the person they were. I just thought that was so exciting, and my advisor was already doing that for me, helping me to become better, to believe in myself and all those things. And I just thought, wow, this is really neat, and this is the type of career I want. I want to work with students, and I want to help them realize that they can do anything they put their mind to. And so that's when I decided that I wanted to be an ag teacher. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to become an ag teacher was because of the ag teacher I had in my life. Mr. Johnson at Grantsville High School is an amazing ag teacher. He was my ag teacher in high school, and he's still teaching today. But Mr. Johnson just always believed in me, gave me the confidence to try new things, to do the Creed contest, to speak at the state capitol, to promote agriculture, to run for state office. He believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself, and he just always was there for me to help me and to push me to become better and to accomplish things that I didn't even know I could accomplish. So he's an amazing advisor, and it's great to have him now as a friend and a mentor and to help me. And relationships like that are what come from being ag teachers. I've also gained a lot of friends, and the ag teachers in Utah are amazing, and they'll help you with anything you need, and they're always there to be your friend. My favorite thing about being an ag teacher is at our school we're fortunate enough to start teaching ag when the students are in 8th grade, and then we teach them until they're seniors. And I get to know the kids really well. It's really hard when they're seniors and they graduate. I'm so excited for them to move on to other things, but it's so hard to have them leave because they become a huge part of our program. Another part of FFA that's my favorite is going on trips. That's probably the best part about being an ag teacher, is to take the students on trips. We've traveled to Nashville, to Alabama, to Kentucky, Indianapolis, Washington, D.C., Colorado, Oregon. We've been to Texas, a lot of places. And that's probably one of the biggest highlights of being an ag teacher, is all of the traveling you get to do with students and to just watch them out of their element. Watching students leave the basin and eat at a fancy restaurant for the first time is pretty entertaining, but it's just fun to watch them see the world and see that there's so much more out there, and helps them to see that FFA is so much bigger than just the chapter level. Some people get really confused when I talk about my kids, because I mean my kids, which I have 3 kids, but I mean my kids at school that are my kids. And my students have just become so important to me, and they're a huge part of my life, and they're my kids. And being an ag teacher is different than being a regular teacher, because you're with your students so much and they become a big part of your life. And when they are seniors and they move on and graduate, like I said before, it's really hard, but those relationships you build with them while they're in high school last forever, and those relationships are irreplaceable. And that's been an amazing part of this career, is all the relationships I've built with students and their families, and that they become lifelong friends, and it truly makes this career so special. Being an ag teacher is a great career for a mom. I'm lucky enough that my kids' elementary school and our high school share a parking lot, so my kids get to come with me to school in the morning, and then they just walk to school, and then when school's out they can just walk to my classroom. I love being on the same schedule as my kids, so we have all the same days off, and I'm close enough to them that I could go over to the elementary school and help them with whatever they need, if needed. But I just do love that we can always be on the same schedule. That is huge as a mom, and my FFA students are always willing to help out with my kids and just look out for them and be there for them for anything. So it's an awesome career to have that community support as well for my own kids. I've given you guys a lot of reasons on why you should be an ag teacher. There are so many amazing things that I've learned from this career and so many opportunities I've been given because of this career. I hope that you guys, if you're thinking about being an ag teacher, that this video helps you, that you should just jump in and be an ag teacher. It is so worth it, and you will love your job.
Thank you, Mrs. Wells, for teaching us how important agricultural education is. Utah FFA is lucky to have dedicated advisors like you to be true examples of service to our members. Since 1929, our state association has been led by teams of individuals who have dedicated their talents and time to helping FFA members succeed and excel. We are honored to recognize our past state officers who have served Utah FFA since its beginning. Reached back and appreciated our history. It is now time to focus on reaching forward.
Keeping with the traditions of a student-run organization, a committee of 11 FFA members carry out the responsibility of interviewing and selecting our 2021-2022 state officer team. Being a part of this unique group requires a sense of commitment to the betterment of our state association and a heart for service. Thank you, nominating committee, for your dedication and service to our association this year. We will turn the time over to the nominating committee chairs for their report.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. It is my honor to introduce to you your 2021-2022 Utah FFA State Sentinel. From the Fremont FFA chapter, Caleb Curl. Utah FFA reporter. From the Ridgeline FFA chapter, Mark Wingsgard. Utah FFA. I could not be more excited to introduce you to your 2021-2022 Utah FFA State President. From the Uinta FFA chapter, Bradley Will. Utah FFA, it is my honor the person that will represent you as the 2022 Utah FFA Secretary. For the Boone Lake FFA, Faith Rowley. Utah FFA. I cannot be more excited to announce to you the person that will be representing you as your vice president for this upcoming year. Your 2021-2022 state vice president from the Cedar FFA chapter, Kennedy Stubbs. Utah FFA. I am so excited and so proud to announce to you the person that will be representing you as your new president for this upcoming year. 2021-2022 Utah FFA State President is from the Mountain Crest FFA chapter, Cicely Brown.
Cicely, as president-elect, you've been selected by your fellow members to be the leader of our association for the coming year. You are therefore responsible for guiding our association in all its worthy undertakings. May you work responsibly and intelligently May you work intelligently and seriously to fulfill the responsibilities of your office.
Kennedy, as Vice President-elect, your record of accomplishment indicates you have those qualities of leadership which we should all possess. You are to assist the President in directing the work of our organization, preside over meetings in her absence, and keep all committees working effectively.
Faith, as Secretary-elect, you have been chosen to keep accurate record of our meetings and to carry on the association correspondence. You should provide the association with the order of business and committee assignments for each meeting. You will also keep a list of members, a record of degrees awarded, and have custody of the Constitution and bylaws.
Bradley, as Treasurer-elect, you have been placed in a position of trust. Your duties require you to keep an accurate record of receipts and disbursements and provide regular financial updates. It is also your responsibility to assist in developing the association budget and maintaining sound financial practices.
Mark, as reporter-elect, your duty is to inform the public about the FFA. You're expected to work closely with the news media, including state and national FFA publications. You should keep a record of photographs and articles published concerning the FFA and its members, and be responsible for compiling our FFA history.
Caleb, as Sentinel-elect, your duties include caring for the meeting room and FFA equipment and providing for the comfort of our members and guests. It is also your duty to assist in conducting meetings and ceremonies.
It is an honor to be an officer in the FFA. From time to time, during the year, you may encounter difficult problems, but through cooperation, hard work, and dedication, you'll succeed and the FFA will prosper. Do each of you accept the responsibilities of your office, and will you do your best to uphold the ideals and principles of the FFA? If so, answer, we do.
We do.
I now declare each of you properly and duly installed into the respective office to which you were elected. May your year of service be marked by integrity, dedication, and a cooperative spirit. Seek harmony among your fellow officers and set high standards of leadership for all association members. Members and guests, we are excited and proud to install the new officers into their positions.
FFA members and guests, please help me in thanking for the final time our 2020-2021 state officer team for their hard work and dedication to this organization for the past year. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I do, Madam President. I have the following announcements. First off, thank you to everyone for participating in the 93rd Annual Utah FFA Convention. Second, the FFA Blue Room is open to all participants. The links to the silent auction, FFA Blue Room, and virtual expo can be found at utahffa.org. Check out some amazing offers and info from sponsors and partners. All online activities will be closed tonight, so hurry and check out the website. Third, if you won an award during the convention, those will be shipped and delivered. Fourth, recordings of the sessions will be available on the Utah FFA YouTube channel next week. And lastly, we look forward to seeing you all at state CDEs.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should probably come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn the 5th and final session of the 93rd Utah FFA Association State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to others, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I now declare this convention hall adjourned until 2022.
Oh hey, how's convention going? Have you had a chance to check out our other online events like the FFA Blue Room, Online Expo, and Silent Auction? If not, talk to your advisor or check out utahffa.org for more information. Have a good one.